You know, there are certain seasons in life that doesn't seem like much is happening. It seems like you're just going through the motions and there's no growth, and it seems like you're just surviving a dry season. God helps us during the dry seasons, and He wants us during those seasons to rest. Hi, I'm Craig Fritchley from the Sanctuary in Syracuse with today's devotional. You know what? When God allows you to go through a dry season, or sometimes God sends you into the wilderness, into a dry season, you've got to get everything that God wants you to have during that time. And sometimes the only thing that God wants you to have is some rest. Because we can stress ourselves out. We can try to put too much on ourselves and try to do too many things. And we can overload our system and not be the person that God wants us to be. God has required us to have rest. In fact, under the Old Testament law, one day a week, they were to rest on the Sabbath day. Of course, under the New Testament church, that is not required, but it is definitely a good principle to follow. God wants us to rest. And if you run too fast and do too much, you can overload your system and not get the rest you need. Jesus was ministering, and there's all types of needs as He walked on the earth with His disciples. And in Mark chapter 6, Jesus told His disciples, "Come ye yourselves apart into a desert place and rest a while." Come into a dry place. Come into a place where there's not a lot of activity can happen because it's so hot and it's so dry that the only thing you can do is rest. The Bible said they didn't even have leisure to eat. They were ministering to so many people. There were so many people pressing in on them. And sometimes in life it seems that way. That life gets so stressful. There's so many demands. And you've got to pull away and rest. And so they departed into a desert place by ship privately. Jesus took them away from the crowds. He took them away from the commotion. And He wanted them to rest. I'm so glad that God cares about us. That God wants us to enjoy what He's given us, and He doesn't want us to bear burdens that we shouldn't bear. You can't carry everything, my friend. You're not God, and I'm not God. We've got to rest. We've got to trust Him, and we've got to take some time to recharge. So that's what I want you to do in the next few days. Take a couple hours at least and rest. Schedule some time and don't do anything, but just relax. You know, sometimes a day off from work is to catch up on all the work we have at home. That's not really rest. God wants us to rest so He can restore us and renew us, and He can help us. So then sometimes God sends us through a dry season. And if we're not careful in that dry season, we worry about why things aren't happening instead of receiving what God wants us to receive, rest. So I pray that God will help you to rest today, to come apart and to receive from Him, because He knows what you need and He'll help you. We hope you share these with others. Leave a comment below or a question. And we will see you on the next Daily Devotional. God bless.